It's that time of the year, my friend. I don't know why I sound like this. Grammy time. I thought I'd do a little prediction slash, not really predictions. I don't understand how the Grammys decide what they want to win. But more of like, I guess like a wish list or whatever for the Grammy nominations that came out a couple months ago, I believe. When this goes up, probably the Grammys is going to be in like 3 days. I've been watching it for the last couple years because I properly got into listen to music back in like 2022. Like I started to listen to a lot more music than I'd say 2023 is when I started to like listen to projects which I feel like I should listen to, if that makes sense. Like new releases and stuff, so I could kind of understand the general discussions around like the current music scene, stuff like that, or just like important albums. I think the first one I watched was 2024, it must have been, at university. And I really enjoy watching them. Obviously, they're fucking endurance events because of how long they are, especially if you watch like the pre-event awards, which is where they like announce like 90% of them. It's just this like small room which you can watch for free on the website. It's always a pain in the ass because like watching the actual awards is always such a struggle because I'm from the UK, I'm in England, and like there doesn't ever seem to be like a proper way of watching the awards properly. Like you'll go on Google and it'll tell you that you need a Paramount Plus subscription and then you can do it like that. And I am one of the 10 people in this country to have a Paramount Plus subscription with my friends, and it's never there. I can never find it. So we have to like pirate it, and obviously then they take down the piracy links. And I'm just like, I would be so willing to pay money to watch this. Like it's obviously not a good use of money, but I'd be so willing to pay like 20 quid just to watch this award because I enjoy watching it. It's fun. You do a little drink, you do a little dance. It's fun. I said do a little dance, whatever. They played Abracadabra last year. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through all the things that have been nominated, and I'm not gonna say my thoughts on all of them because, as you can see, there is a lot. There's a lot of awards, a lot of like smaller awards, a lot of genres and categories. I have listened to quite a lot. I always try and when the nominations get released, I will try and make an effort to listen to as many as I can, at least of like the main categories or the categories I think I would enjoy listening to. There's definitely some categories which I've listened to some of, and I've still got like a list of albums that I'm yet to get to. But it's the 18th at the moment. I've got a video scheduled for next week, and so if I don't upload this video the week after, the Grammys will be gone. So I've got to do it now. And to be honest with you, none of the albums that I've got saved to listen to like interest me a ton. The Bon Iver album I think interests me a little bit, but I feel like a lot of the albums are sounds I will like but not be in love with, and so I just haven't gotten to them. I might slip a couple in before I get, before the actual awards, but as we are, I'm going to go through what we know. So, category 1, record of the year. To the artist, producers, record. So on here, it's DTMF by Bad Bunny, Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter, Anxiety by Doechii, Wildflower by Billie Eilish, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, The Subway by Chappell Roan, and Appetite by Rosé and Bruno Mars. Record of the year is always the award that confuses people because there's single of the year, there's album of the year, and then there's record of the year. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't know if they even know. But out of these, I've listened to all of them. I like all of them. I would say the most forgettable for me are probably Wildflower and DTMF. DTMF I think is just because I obviously don't understand the language, and I do like this album. I'm not in love with it, but I know people like it a lot. I think just with the language barrier, it's harder for me to distinguish which song is which on the album. I'm sure they're all written really well, and I do quite like the album for what it is. Like, I do quite like listening to it all in one. But I don't love it. I'm not going to pretend like I love it. That said, I don't think it's a bad album. I think it's pretty good. It's just, I guess, not for me, or just hasn't really like grown on me so much yet. Wildflower as well, like, pretty good. However, I will say that I think there are better songs on this album. It is weird that this is being like nominated because obviously this album came out last year. But I think there's some rules behind, like, because this song specifically was released as a single after the album came out, and it was within this eligibility. I don't know, it's some weird thing. I don't think this is going to win. I think out of these songs, my favourite is probably Abracadabra or Manchild. So I'd be happy if either of these two won. But to be fair, there's none of these I really don't want to win. I understand the importance of this song winning and like what that would mean to people, so that would be alright. Like I'm not against that. I think this is probably the best song on her album. Anxiety, I know is like overly hated online. I think it's a pretty good song. Like, I don't think it's like mind-blowing, but I think it's pretty good. It's fun. It uses the sample in a fun way. The story behind it is fun about it being recorded so long ago, and then like, social media finding it and then her releasing it professionally afterwards as like a reward thing to their fans. Like, I think it's a good song, but song gets too big, Twitter don't like. So I don't think it should win, but I like it. I love this song, and this also would be like a cool cyclical moment because this song was like revealed for the first time at the Grammys last year. They played it during an ad break, which was fun. Luther's obviously nice. The Subway. I think the Subway may win. It's probably between the Subway and Luther, but I would like Abracadabra to win. That's what I'm going to say for this one. And I would be really happy if Manchild won, but I think it's between these two. I think Kendrick's going to win a lot this year, which is fun and deserved. I do think the awards get a bit boring from an entertainment standpoint if you take home everything. I think the Subway would be nice. Obviously, she's only got a couple songs out this year. This is one of the only things she got nominated, so like that would make sense if they give it to her to kind of keep the good relationship going, because the Grammys are strange. I'm going to go with the Subway. Album of the year. We've got the Bad Bunny album. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Swag, Man's Best Friend, Let God Sort 'Em Out, GNX, Mutt, and Chromacopia. This is cool. Oh, and Mayhem. Mayhem's down there. I thought that might have been a hidden one. Out of all of these, I've already expressed how I feel about this album. It's good. Not for me. Swag, I think, again, is a decent listen, but I don't think anything super would stand out to me. Maybe if I listened to it more, I'd like it more. But I liked how it was, but I don't think it's album of the year at all. Man's Best Friend, I think, is a fun album. I do definitely think that the low points of this album are lower than Short and Sweet, but the high points are a lot higher. I don't think it's an album of the year for me, or I don't think it should win album of the year, sorry. I think it's fine to be in this category. Let God Sort 'Em Out is obviously one of the 3 rap albums nominated for album of the year, which I think is pretty cool and also pretty substantial considering how that doesn't happen that often. So obviously you got this, GNX and Chromacopia. I think out of these 3, I think I like this album. It's a very lyrical album, obviously, and people who are like really hardcore rap fans really enjoy it, and I think it is obviously quite good. I don't think it will win it because I do think it's a bit more made for, like I said, hardcore rap fans, and I feel like mainstream people who don't really listen to rap that often aren't going to understand how good it is. Even I, personally, as somebody who whose mind wanders sometimes, will miss some lyrics which are obviously super good, and then I'll kind of not understand how good a song is as a result sometimes. Not saying I think it's bad at all, but just like I don't think I've picked up on all the greatness. Mayhem, I love this album. Me and my partner love this album. I'd be happy if that won. Just a fun album, lots of cool sounds on it, all the cool musical things. GNX, probably my favourite Kendrick album. It is probably the simplest Kendrick album in terms of it's the most digestible, which is probably why I enjoy listening to it the most, because it takes the least amount of energy from my brain. Mutt, as a child who watched Victorious, I'm happy that this man is getting success. I've listened to the album as a result of the Grammy nomination. Pretty good album. Mutt as a song, as much as it's being played quite a lot on the radio at the moment, I think it's a very good song. He's a very good artist, and I'm glad he's getting pushed, and I hope this isn't the only big appearance he has in the industry going forward. Then Chromacopia, an album which songs on their own can sometimes hit or miss for me, but as an entire project I really enjoy. Out of these, I feel like I would be the happiest if Mayhem won it. I have an inkling that GNX will win it because of the Kendrick love that he got last year, although obviously it's been quite a while now since all the Kendrick Drake stuff, so maybe that buzz and excitement has died down by now in terms of them trying to, cater to people. Not saying he doesn't deserve the awards he got last year, but I do think there was definitely a little bit of Kendrick's big at the moment, we'll push him more, because, like I said, the Grammys. Obviously, it'd be fun if Leon Thomas won it, because that'd just be a cute moment, but it's album of the year, I don't think he's going to win that. Don't want Swag to get it. Don't think Man's Best Friend will get it. I would be happiest if Mayhem got it. I would be quite happy if Chromacopia got it. I think out of the 3 rap albums, I think this personally is what I think deserves album of the year the most, or rap album of the year the most, which we'll go on to. I think obviously GNX I really enjoy, but I think it's just more a compilation of songs, which is completely fine. I have no issue with that. But like I said, I think it's the most digestible. And I don't think you necessarily do need more than that, but I think compared to its competition, I do think that Let God Sort 'Em Out and Chromacopia have a lot more to chew on in terms of themes, and the topics that come up tend to be a lot more vulnerable and personal on these albums than on GNX. Not saying that there's none of that on GNX, I just do think that they appear more on these. And out of these 2, I do think Chromacopia, like I said, as a full album, I prefer a lot more than Let God Sort 'Em Out. I wouldn't be unhappy if any of these won, I understand the importance of this album winning, and I don't have a problem with Swag. I just don't think it's anything special. I think Man's Best Friend could have been better, but I do think that the highlights in the album do make up for the low points for me. But they just tend to be that they're quieter and slower songs that I end up forgetting. But that's just me and the music I like. And Mutt would be very cool as well. It'd be like a Doechii moment last year when she won Best Rap Album of the Year, which I don't think she deserved necessarily, but it was cool because I think she deserved something. So yeah, Mayhem or Chromacopia? I'm going to lean towards Mayhem, personally. Song of the Year, Abracadabra, Anxiety, Aperture, her name's Jayla? Aperture, DTMF, Golden, Luther, Manchild, Wildflower. All of these are good songs. Again, Wildflower I forget, but I do, when it does play, I remember it being, it's a nice song, it's a well-sang song, it is a good song, it doesn't stand out. I think there's a lot better songs from the album. I'd argue that all of them stand out more to me than Wildflower does, unfortunately. Manchild, best song from the album. Luther, obviously, I think is the most mainstream out song from the album. Golden, as much as it's played a lot on the radio, if you do actually listen to that song in its entirety and not just as a TikTok sound, it is a fun song. It's a very well sang and performed song. It is interesting to have a soundtrack song on here. I don't think that happens very often, though. DTMF, again, I can't tell you what it sounds like. Aperture, I think, is fun, but I don't think it's Song of the Year-wise. Anxiety, again, I've explained my thoughts on that, and Abracadabra I really like. Out of these, I think Luther is probably the most likely to take it. I would be happy if Manchild or Abracadabra got it. I think I want Abracadabra to get it the most. I think out of these songs, I think my favourite is probably Abracadabra, followed closely by Manchild. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying for that. Best New Artist. I haven't listened to all of these, I'll be honest with you. So Olivia Dean, I think I've heard her big song on the radio, I believe. Cat's Eye, I've listened to, I think, their entire discography just out of curiosity. Listen, I'm a K-pop girlie sometimes, it's okay. Don't like the industry, I like the sounds. The Marias, don't think I've heard anything from. Addison Rae, I've heard a little bit from, I think. Somber, I never end up listening to that album. Leon Thomas, I've gone through quite a lot of his discography. Alex Warren, I like a couple songs from, but I think he's kind of a controversial guy, from what I remember. Then again, he's a country artist, and I always get worried about country artists, just gonna be honest. And then Lola Young, I liked her new album. I haven't gone through to her previous album yet, but I do like her new album. And obviously when she was nominated, I guess she was more around. I think she's been like struggling with some issues recently, so hope she's okay. I think Leon Thomas, I want to win it. Again, because of my little Alex Warren might win it just because country artists have such cult fan bases. I'd be happy if Lola Young won it. I'd be fine if Cat's Eye won it, because I do like their music most of the time. But again, the K-pop industry and the people behind it always leave like a sour taste in my mouth. It's very rarely the artist's fault. It's just the way that the artists are treated and all this kind of stuff, which you can look into if you want, into like the dangers behind the K-pop industry. It's very backwards, but I don't want to say too much because I get hated. Olivia Dean also might win it because I know she's doing super well at the moment in terms of like on the charts and stuff. I do think I want Leon Thomas to win it, and I'd have a feeling Leon Thomas might win it. My prediction is Leon Thomas, and I want him to win it. And again, I'll be happy if Lola or Cat's Eye or Olivia Dean won it, personally. Producer of the Year, I don't know. I find it interesting how Soundwave's here purely for GNX, and obviously Blake Mills, Dijon, Cirque, and Dan Auerbach. I don't know if I pronounced any of them correctly. Skimming through the songs they've produced, in terms of the songs I've listened to and enjoy the most off of this list, I think I want Circuit to win, because Abracadabra's there, Aperture's fun, Disease is obviously really good as well. I think Disease is my favourite from the Mayhem album. It Girl, although it doesn't always hit for me, I do respect as like a bit experimental for Jade, and I do like what it's doing. A Little More was fun. Red Terror, I think I remember liking as well. I think so. I'm gonna hope Circuit wins for this, but then again, I think I might get to give it to Soundwave just because of the whole Kendrick Lamar of all. Songwriter of the Year, Amy Allen, Edgar Barrera, Jesse Joe Dillon, Tobias Jesso Jr., Laura Veltz. Let's skim through what each of them wrote, shall we? Oh fuck yeah, we got Jelly Roll representation. I want a bit of Marley as well. Out of these, I'm gonna go for Amy Allen, just because I've listened to the most of these and I like The ones I have heard. Tobias Jesso Jr. might also win because of the Justin Bieber work and Bon Iver and all this. I'm gonna go for Amy though. Best pop solo performance: Daisy's Manchild, Disease, The Subway, Messy. Ooh, I don't know. I think between these three for me, I really like. I'm not huge on Messy, but I've only heard it as a TikTok sound, and usually with songs like that, the bit that gets played ad nauseum doesn't represent the entire song. So I'm sure if I listen to the whole song, I'd probably like it more. And Daisy's is nice. Daisy's is growing on me, probably because it's playing on the radio quite a bit when I can't be asked to connect my Bluetooth to my car. So, like, it's growing on me. I do think it's between these three, though. Again, I feel like Subway... I don't know why I feel like Manchild doesn't have much of a chance, or, like, Sabrina doesn't have much of a chance this year. I don't think she doesn't deserve it. I just think the stuff she's up against, I guess, is just more... I don't know. I don't know how to word it. I don't know. But, I'd be happy if she won. I don't want to keep being like, yes, Lady Gaga. I do love this song, though. But the singing in all three of these songs is great. I would say the singing between Subway and Manchild is probably more similar than Disease. Any of these three, I'd be happy to win. But to shake it up, I'm gonna guess Subway again, and I'd be happy if any three of them won, to be honest. Best pop duo group performance: Gabriella, Aperture, 30 for 30, Defying Gravity, Golden. I'm gonna be honest, don't remember how this sounds. I remember liking it, but I don't remember how it sounded. Aperture, Gabriella, Golden, Defying Gravity. I feel like they'll give it to Defying Gravity just because like they couldn't really nominate much from Wicked as big as it was, because like not many of them were like original songs. They were all like essentially covers because of how the whole like adaptation of a musical works. Golden, I think, obviously, like I said, has amazing performances on. Gabriella is probably my favourite song here. I feel like Golden will get it. That's my guess. But I would like Gabriella to get it. Ooh, no. Defying Gravity. I forgot what I just said. Defying Gravity will get it, if not Golden, but I want Gabriella. Don't worry, we're not going through all of these. Best pop vocal album: Swag, Man's Best Friend, Something Beautiful, Mayhem, I Tried Everything But Therapy. I haven't listened to this. I probably should have done. I think just because it's a part 2, I think I kept being like, I've got to listen to part 1 first. I just never got to it. I honestly completely forgot it was even nominated. I listened to these 4 though. Out of all of them, I think my favourite, again, is Mayhem. But Something Beautiful, I think, is very good. And I think deserves something. Because it's not here much in this Grammys. As much as she won Best Song, or whatever it was, for Flowers a couple years ago, I don't know if that song deserved that. I don't think it's a bad song, but I do feel like a song that takes so much from another song due to the interpolation of Bruno Mars, I don't think deserves, like, Best Song of the Year. But that's just my opinion. I don't think it's a bad song at all. But I never listened to that album. But I think Something Beautiful feels a lot more grand. I know people aren't huge on it, but I really like Something Beautiful. So I would be happy if Mayhem won Best Album, and then Something Beautiful won Best Pop Vocal Album. But I do feel like it will probably either be a repeat with Mayhem, or it will go to Swag for some reason. Again, I'd be happy if Man's Best Friend won it. As much as it's not my favourite album, I do quite like the highlights on it, like a lot. But I want Something Beautiful personally. I'd be very happy if Something Beautiful won. Best Dance Electronic Recording. I don't think I've listened to any of it. No, I have. I just don't think I've gone on my way. Victory Lap I listened to the other day. It just came up after I listened to the Fred Again album. I've probably listened to Space Invader. I couldn't tell you what it was though. This I think was from his album this year. I got confused for a sec because he released a version called Voltage See You Again on the EP he released a couple months ago. And then End of Summer. End of Summer is like a big 7-minute song. Voltage is like 1 minute. I, out of all of these, like Victory Lap the most. I like Tame Impala, out of all these artists the most, but I would probably predict Victory Lap. I want to move on before I change my mind. Best Dance Pop Recording. I've only listened to... I've listened to Illegal, Just Keep Watching, and Abracadabra from this. I think Abracadabra's the best. I think Illegal is fun. I'm glad that Pink Panthers is doing more music recently. I know she obviously used to be like, no one cares about albums, listen to albums, and people are like, yes we do. And I quite liked her stuff, and I do think her newest mixtape is the best thing she's done. And obviously then she did the remix stuff. And this obviously got big semi because of TikTok, mostly because it's just a fun song. This is a fun song as well. I really like this. I'm surprised it got as big as it did. I think Abracadabra should win it. I feel like I'm Lady Gaga-ing it out, but that's what should win it. But I wouldn't be angry if Just Keep Watching or Illegal won it. I think I want this to win, then this, then this. The others I haven't listened to, so I have no opinions. Best Dance Electronic Album. You Sexier, 10 Days, Fancy That, Inhale Exhale, Fuck You Skirts, You Think You're Randy Hall, but you're not. I think it would be funny if this won. And it is like interesting album. It's you might have seen the reviews. It's more like a DJ set because all the songs are like a minute long. Some are longer than that, but like half of them like a minute long. They all like fade into each other pretty well. It's quite comedic and like ironic sometimes with like the voice talking and like being weird. I think sample some of Skrillex's older stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure that the vinyl for it is like a CD, which is sick. I want this to win purely because I like Skrillex. I just think this should win. That'd be fun. Out of them, though, I think 10 Days is my favorite. But I know You Sexier is, or yes, You Sexier. I thought it was You Sexier. You Sexier I think will win, because I know people have loved that album since it came out. There's like 3 versions of it though, which confuses me. Don't like when artists do that, I've already said about this. I know one's a deluxe, but I know one's just like this rejig of what the order, so that's annoying, but do what you want. I think You Sexier will win, but I'll be really happy if Fuck You Skrillex wins. I'd be happy if 10 Days won, and I wouldn't mind if Fancy That won. I haven't listened to this, I'm sorry. Sumo, I don't think I've listened to any of these there's a David Guetta remix of Golden, what the fuck? I've listened to this, and I didn't really like it, I'll be honest with you. Kaytranada, Mariah Carey. I'm just going to throw out Kaytranada, because people like Kaytranada, and I like Kaytranada. That's my prediction for that. We're getting to the stuff I don't know much about now, so this will go down a lot quicker. Out of these, I've only listened to Marzipan and The Emptiness Machine. Hayley Williams might get it. I like The Emptiness Machine a lot more. I can't remember what the song is, I'll be honest with you, but I listened to the album like a month ago. Yeah, I do really like the album, but some of the songs didn't like stick out to me immediately in terms of like, oh, this is that one. But it was partly because I was at the gym, so I wasn't really looking at the title of the songs when I was there. Emptiness Machine I really like though, and obviously it was a big moment when it came out. I would like this to win. I'd be happy if this won, and it might. I don't know about any of the others, but I'm going to guess and hope this. I have not listened to any of these. I'm sorry. I wasn't against it. Just never found time. I'm not a metal person necessarily. Moving on. Best rock song. Have I heard any of these? I've heard Zombie by Youngblood, which I quite liked. Oh, and As Alive As You Need Me To Be from the Tron soundtrack. Shit, I've got that was here. And Glam is a Haley. They've worded this weird, like they've put the artists like last, so it's throwing me out. Okay, so I've heard Zombie, Glum, and As Alive Needs to Be. I like this song the most, and I would be happy if it won, but I don't think it will. I think it would be funny if it won, because then it would be like Grammy-winning, award-winning Tron Airy, which also, I have seen that movie. I think it's pretty good for what it is, but also what it is a movie that stars Jared Leto. Okay, so I had to rejig my desk so I could plug in my laptop. Yes, I would like this to win, because I like the song. My guess, though, is either Zombie or Glum. I think it would be nice if Youngblood won it, because he seems like a nice fella. Hayley Williams is likely to win it, though, because people like Hayley Williams. My prediction is going to be Glum or Zombie. Fuck. I'll think it through. And best rock album, I've only listened to Idols and From Zero. I would argue that Idols is more of a rock album. Like Linkin Park. Is Linkin Park rock? I mean, I guess. It's a lot like heavier than Idols. I think Idols was clearly the album that you wanted to be artsy. I think they might give it to From Zero though, just because Linkin Park is a legacy artist, and obviously it would be nice if the first album with a new singer won, and it would be a big moment. So I feel like they're gonna give it to Linkin Park, but I wouldn't be against Idols winning it. I'm not in love with this album, but I think it is pretty good for what it is, but I do really like this album. So I think Linkin Park is what I want to win, what I think will win. Fuck it, Glum. There you go. We're moving on. Best alternate music performance. I have listened to Manjitaut and Parachute. I'm going to give it to Parachute. I don't remember which one this one is, but I'm going to give it to Parachute. I feel like that will also win. Fuck it. Zombie, because Youngblood here. Parachute, Hayley Williams here. I have listened to Moisturizer, Ego Death, and Don't Tap the Glass here. I don't think Don't Tap the Glass will win. I do like it. I really like it. If anything, it's probably it's not my favourite out of these. I think Ego Death's probably my favourite. I think Ego Death will win. Or Moisturizer, because it's weird. I don't know. Out of these, my favourite is probably Ego Death at Bachelorette Party. Then Don't Tap the Glass, then Moisturizer. I would like Ego Death to win. I would be happy if Don't Tap the Glass won, because then it would be cool if Tyler won 2 awards for 2 different albums. I'm not saying it's going to, but I would like that. And I wouldn't be against Moisturizer, and I'm leaning towards this winning. But probably this. Best R&B performance, Yukon, It Depends, boo. I've only listened to Yukon out of these, I think. If that's on Swag. I love Mark, but I haven't heard the NPR one, but I know people really like it. But would they give a Grammy to an NPR performance? But then again, it is on an EP. They have a weird thing for Chris Brown still, the Grammys, so like I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to them. I haven't heard the Kalani song, but I do like Kalani. I would like Mutt to win it because Leon Thomas, but I wouldn't be against any of them winning other than Chris Brown, realistically. Traditional R&B performance. I have listened to Cry Baby, Vibes Don't Lie, and Here We Are. Here We Are, personally, I think should win. I really like Durand Bernard. I made listen to his stuff because of Grammy nominations, but I do really like him. I don't know if this is his new EP. No, it's a song. Yeah, I'd like Durand Bernard to win it. And he is an artist who gets a lot of Grammy nominations, so he tends to win quite a bit, I think. So that's my prediction. Best R&B song, I've listened to Overqualified only. Oh, and yes, it is. I'm going to go again for Overqualified because Durand. Progressive R&B album, Bloom. Anyone I've listened to. So, there you go. Best R&B album, I've listened to Why Not More and Mutt. I haven't listened to Escape Room yet. Why haven't I done that yet? Give it to Mutt. I'll be happy if Mutt won it. I think it's likely as well. Coco Jones, I liked it, but I liked Mutt more, I think. I think the highlights of Mutt were better than anything I can remember from Why Not More, so Mutt is what I'm going to guess there and hope. Here we go. Best rap performance. Here's my genre. Outside by Cardi B, Chains and Whips by Clips, Anxiety by Doechii, TV Off by Kendrick, Darling I by Tyler the Creator. Out of all of these, I think Darling I is my favourite song of all of them, and I would love for this song to win. I think Chains and Whips is very likely to win. And to be fair, the Kendrick verse is quite good in that, and obviously it's a good song entirely. I do prefer the Tyler the Creator feature, ironically enough, on the album. If you're going to pick a song that has a feature on, I think that one goes harder. I think I expected the Kendrick feature to go better, but I preferred the Tyler feature. Anxiety, again, everyone's going to be angry if that wins, so I hope it doesn't win just so she doesn't get more shit. But then again, I don't think it deserves best rap performance either. I do like it, but I don't think it deserves the best performance. Outside is good, it's fine, but it is the outlier on these, let's be honest. I'd be shocked if that won. And TV Off is good, but it's growing off of me, I think, the longer it's been out, but obviously it's a very iconic song. I want Darling I to win. I would be happy with Chains and Whips winning. Oh, it's performance, isn't it? Shit, okay. TV Off then, I think. If it's best performance, I think I'll go to TV Off. But again, I'd be happy if any of these won, really. I don't really care about Outside, but I'd be happy if any of them won. There's melodic rap. I haven't listened to these for some reason. I think I've listened to Somebody Loves Me, but never, once when it came out and never again. Probably wholeheartedly listen to the album and Luther. I think Luther's going to win that. I just think that's a safe bet. Okay, here you go. Best rap song. Anxiety, Birds Don't Sing is what I was thinking of. Sticky, TGIF, that was a Glorilla song, and TV Off. Birds Don't Sing, we'll take it, I think, and should. It's a very emotional song, it's a very good song, a lot of people like it, it's a legacy artist. I do think Birds Don't Sing will get it. I'm not huge about Sticky, I know people like it, it's not for me, really. It's fun, but I don't think it's great. Obviously TV Off could get it, but I think Birds Don't Sing should get it. Personally, and it probably will. Best rap album, here we go. Let God Sort 'Em Out, Glorious, God Does Like Ugly, GNX, Chromacopia. What a category this year. I think Glorious, again, is the one that stands out. Listen to it. It, again, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's fine, but when you compare it to Let God Sort 'Em Out and Chromacopia, it doesn't stand up anywhere near as much. It's just like a decent album. I, again, would like Chromacopia to win it, personally. I wouldn't be surprised if Let God Sort 'Em Out won it, but I do feel that I think more of the viewers will want this to win, but I think that I can't think of the word. The people who run the Grammys, I can't want to say category, but that's not the phrase. I think they're more likely to give it to GNX or Chromacopia. God Does Like Ugly, obviously, as well, is very much liked. I did like this album. I want to go to Chromacopia personally, but I wouldn't be unhappy if it went to GNX, JID, or Let God Sort 'Em Out, but I would like Chromacopia, that's what I'm hoping, that's what I'm predicting. I'm kind of more predicting Let God Sort 'Em Out and GNX. I'm predicting GNX, but I want Chromacopia to win it, let's put it that way. Best spoken word poetry. Did not listen to this, I am sorry. I'm going to skim through and find another one that I have listened to. I'm not against these genres, I just haven't found the time. I do quite like jazz, I'll be honest with you, or at least I like saxophones and shit. Like fucking Justin Clunk is a beautiful man. But I just haven't listened to any of these really. I need to listen to Harley Quinn still, but I've heard it's fine. This is the category for my girlfriend, and she still hasn't listened to any of these, so clock's ticking. Give it to Shabuzi. Shabuzi's a funny man. I'm glad he's still there. I think Shabuzi walked so Benson Boone could run. I think Shabuzi should win something just because his name's Shabuzi. The only one I listened to out of these is Beautifully Broken by Jelly Roll. I do think it's not anywhere near as good as his previous album, which kind of, he got nominated for last time. But it's fine. Also, it's Jelly Roll, funny Tech 9 man who people have only learned about the past couple of years. Give it to Jelly Roll. Why not? John Batiste, I'm guessing will win this just because the Grammys love John Batiste again. again. see, we're getting through it now because I haven't listened to a lot of these categories. I told you there was a lot, and I told you wouldn't go through them all. I said you just had to stick with me, man. You had to trust me. This category always annoys me. It's always just like stand-up like specials put onto a CD, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have no issue. Like, as somebody who obviously loves comedy and does comedy myself and all this, I have no issue with that. If anything, I think that's a good idea. Like, you know, it's if you pay for a Spotify subscription and you don't mind not seeing the visuals of a stand-up special, you can listen to the special for free on your streaming service. Or, like, you know, sometimes if it's like a special that more care has gone into, the comedian will put a recording for the audio version of the special on a different date than the album special, and they will word stuff slightly differently, or they will deliver stuff slightly different, so the visual part of the comedy isn't as heavily leaned on, and you won't miss anything by listening to it. However, this category often will nominate purely specials on a CD, and then, like, there will be comedy albums. There will be, like, albums that have, you know, a comedic aspect to them. Comedy music exists. The Lonely Island, Bo Burnham, obviously The Midnight Beast is gone, very British, but there are comedy artists out there, and they just won't nominate them. Or if they do nominate them, like with Bo Burnham and Inside, it will lose to fucking cancelled comedian number 12. And it's just like, what are we doing here? You know, like, this is a very niche category. Why are you wasting it? Basically. Yes, I'm upset that Inside didn't win a Grammy. You should be too. Which one of these is the most cancelled? Bill Burr, probably. Best compilation soundtrack. Okay. Complete Unknown, F1, K-pop, Sinners, Wicked. I've listened to the F1 album and the K-pop album. I was surprisingly impressed by the F1 album. I think they will give this to Sinners or K-pop, probably, or Wicked, but I want F1 album to win. It's not it's not the best album ever, but I do think I was very shocked by how much I liked the songs and how there weren't really any songs that didn't stand out to me as, like, good. So give it to this. But I do think they'd probably give it to the K-pop Demon Hunters just because that's everywhere. Also, out of these, I'm just going to pick my favourite movie, Wild Robot. Best song written for visual media. As Live You Need Me to Be, Golden, I Lied to You from Sinners, Never Too Late from Never Too Late, Pale Moon from Sinners, and Sinners from Sinners. My god. Well, statistically alone, I think Sinners will get one of them unless they give it to Golden. But I don't remember which one of these is the song from the montage scene, you know, when they called you know, they're in the barn and time is moving and changing. But I think whatever one that one is, give it to that one. But I have a feeling out of these, I've only seen the Anxiety video, which I really liked. I've heard the Mancha video is great. I've listened to none of the others. I'm not really a music video person anymore. I don't think many people are. I think that's like a whole thing. Piece by Piece. I mean, Ray's obviously amazing. I'd be happy if she got a Grammy for this, because just give her more awards. Obviously John Williams is John Williams, so he might get it. I want Piece by Piece to win. I don't think it will win it. I think it will go to John Williams personally, but give it to Ray or Pharrell, please. Album cover is the new category for this year. Out of all of them, I think my favourite is either the Bad Bunny cover or the Chromacopia cover. I think Bad Bunny is the one that I could see being used as a piece of art out of the context of an album. And I haven't listened to the other albums. And look, it's Joe Keery, hooray. But I do feel like, personally, I would like the Bad Bunny one to win the most, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was one of the others that I just didn't like. Like, to be fair, the only ones I don't remember from this are Glory and just Glory. There's no one I don't remember from this. Crux is very chaotic. Chromacopia is quite simple, but I like what it symbolises for the album. I'm going to say Bad Bunny, but I wouldn't be angry if any of them won. I'll just be confused if Glory won, because I don't know what it looks like. I think, to be honest with you, we're getting to the end of this. Like, I can't find any more that stand out. A lot of them are, you know, this are the very niche ones now. But I guess anything that's niche to someone who doesn't listen to it. That's your inspirational quote for the day. But yeah, that's my predictions, wish list, whatever for the Grammys. I hope this doesn't take as long to edit as the Spotify Wrapped video did, so I can get it out on time. I know it's obviously a very long recording. Did people watch it? Probably not. Am I going to be able to get any shorts about it out before the Grammys actually happen? Probably not. Hopefully I can watch the Grammys this year. Hopefully I can find a Spanish kick streamer watching it live like I did last year. If you have any predictions or you think I'm crazy, leave it in the comments. If anyone's got to this point, I doubt anyone has. But regardless, Grammy time, baby. Swag 2 for 2026, 7 Grammys, let's go. Okay, bye.